Jobs aren't what they used to be. Hello again, I'm Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. The latest data from the ABS covers April 2018 employment. The trend unemployment rate rose from 5.53% to 5.54% in April. And the March figure was revised down, while the seasonally adjusted unemployment rate increased 0.1 percentage point to 5.6%. In fact, employment growth is stalling. The trend participation rate increased to a further record high of 65.7% in April, and in line with the increasing participation rate, employment increased by around 14,000, with part-time employment increasing by 8,000 people, and full-time employment by 6,000 people in April. This continued the recent slowing of employment growth, particularly full-time employment growth, and the seasonally adjusted labour force participation rate increased just slightly to 65.6%. Over the past year, trend employment has increased by 355,000 people, or 2.9%, which is above the average year-on-year growth over the past 20 years, which is around 2%. And the trend hours worked increased by 4.7 million hours, or 0.3% in April, and by 3.3% over the past year. And over the past year, the states and territories with the strongest annual growth in employment was New South Wales at 3.8%, Queensland at 3.5%, and the Australian Capital Territory at 2.7%. But unemployment is highest in Western Australia at 6.4%, Queensland at 6.3%, Tasmania at 6%, and South Australia at 5.9%. The critical perspective which we need to look at is underutilisation, or those in work but who want more work. This is essentially unused spare capacity. The latest data for April shows that the highest underutilisation rate resides in Western Australia, where unemployment, of course, is also highest. Tasmania and South Australia are also quite high, while Victoria and ACT have the lowest rates. And the trends have really hardly improved at all, taking account of seasonal variations. And it is this underutilisation which explains the relatively low unemployed number and the low wage growth we discussed yesterday. Finally, it's worth noting that as the ABS shifts their samples, as they do each quarter, there is some variability in the baseline data, which introduces statistical noise into the system. But the bottom line is this: there is nothing here to suggest that we're going to see unemployment falling below 5%, which many believe is the rate at which wages growth may start to trend higher. We are trapped in a low growth, low wage, high underutilised situation, and there is no easy way out given the current economic settings. If you like what you've seen here today, please like the post and add a comment or a question. I read them all. And if you want to join the growing band of subscribers who receive alerts when we release new posts, do subscribe now. And if you've already subscribed, many thanks. I really appreciate your support and your participation. I'm Martin North, the Principal Analyst at Digital Finance Analytics. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.